Since its inception, the ASIP grant has made a difference by providing $2.4 million in funding to 231 organizations and help create safer spaces for those they serve. Given the increased potential for threats to public safety here in Alberta since October, we've taken swift and immediate action on a number of fronts. We have to continue to be responsive to the evolving security realities that Albertans and organizations face. Hate has no place in this province. As we've seen in other parts of the country, hate sentiment and targeted violence are on the rise, even to the extent that some schools have now become a focus for vandalism and harassment. This will not be tolerated, and this will not be tolerated for sure in Alberta. Today, I'm announcing a temporary expansion of the ASIP grant. For the next 12 months, Islamic and Jewish faith-based schools within Alberta's school system will be eligible to apply for funding to cover costs associated with protecting their students, teachers, and their facilities. In addition to supporting expenses related to security infrastructure enhancements, up to $20,000 in ASIP grant funding will be available to support eligible schools that identify a short-term need for a physical security presence on campus. Physical patrolling can be useful. It can be a useful deterrent against targeted vandalism and other hate-motivated crime. That's why we're also making available in Alberta the Alberta Sheriffs to support our local law enforcement in the protective monitoring of vulnerable sites like synagogues, like mosques, Jewish and Islamic schools, and community centers. Our response to this very complex issue has been immediate, and we will continue to work with community members, local law enforcement agencies, and our federal and provincial counterparts to ensure the rights of members of the public are protected while maintaining the public safety. It is critical that the support that we offer meets the current moment. I encourage Islamic and Jewish bilingual and faith-based schools to, of course, visit alberta.ca to learn more about the options that will be available to help them protect their facilities and keep students and staff safe.
Hate-motivated violence and crime against innocent Albertans will be prosecuted to the best of our abilities. Today's announcement of the temporary expansion of the Alberta Security Infrastructure Program, the ASIP grant, to include Islamic and Jewish faith-based schools for the next 12 months is part of Alberta's ongoing support and action. We are taking action to protect Albertans from this violence, with particular emphasis on protecting our children in faith-based schools. It is critical that we deal with hate-motivated crimes through our criminal justice system. The Alberta Crown Prosecution Service's specialized prosecution offices prosecute hate-motivated crimes and offenses that have an element of hate or are bias-motivated. These can include charges like assault or mischief. Sections of the criminal code can also be used to show hate as an aggravating factor when dealing with sentencing. We have been working on other ways to tackle this problem and protect Albertans. Through Alberta's Anti-Racism Action Plan, we are taking meaningful action to address racism and help build a more welcoming and inclusive province for all Albertans. People from all faiths and backgrounds are welcome here in Alberta. We welcome you, and we will take all steps needed to protect you. Let me also state unequivocally, the fundamental right to peaceful, lawful, and safe protest belongs to all Canadians. We've seen thousands of Albertans voice their concerns in a peaceful manner, and we will protect their right to do so. Every Albertan has a right to feel safe in their community, and we're taking action to make that happen.
Our schools should always be welcome, caring, and respectful places for our students. Right now, unfortunately, that's not the case for too many Jewish and Muslim students in our province. I've heard firsthand from many families about concerns with respect to attending schools during these challenging times. Funding will be available to help cover the costs of security assessments and security enhancements, up to $20,000 for schools that identify a short-term need for physical security on campus. We must not, and we will not, allow rising hate and threats to impact our students, their schools, their staff, and their families. Alberta's government will continue to work with school authorities to ensure we're doing everything we can to provide students with safe and secure learning environments.